What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Today we are playing Starborne Frontiers, sponsor of the video, so I want to direct you guys to the link in the description below as well as the pinned comment. If you guys want to try out this game, it's called Starborne Frontiers. It recently had an expansion come out, and I'm playing this game right now for a little bit, and it's definitely very nice change of pace from everything that I usually play. So let's jump right into this video. We're going to be talking a little bit about the gearing strategies that I have applied to my own fleet of champions or characters or ships. But yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit here in this video, and hopefully some of the pointers or suggestions I make can help you guys out as well. So let's jump right into it. All right, so first things first, let's head to the hangar here. I'm going to show you guys the squad that I use right now. I do have a mix of a couple characters, but I have my main characters that I really invest heavily in. It's going to be Obsidian here, and he's going to be my damage dealer. So for damage dealers, you obviously want them to deal damage. So the way you want to gear them out, I don't have my Obsidian geared out perfectly, but I'm going to show you guys what I'm aiming to do with this champion or this ship. But basically what you want him to do is deal lots of damage, of course. For damage dealers, you kind of want to just build them out so that they just focus on damage, to be honest. So let's jump into the gear that I have my Obsidian in right now. He's my only level 60. I do have most of his gear maxed out. Be very careful when you're maxing out gear because it's actually very expensive in terms of how much credits it actually costs. For example, if I go into like my level 14 piece here and I want to upgrade it, it's going to cost me almost 250,000 credits. And you can see here, I don't have enough to upgrade it. But since Obsidian is my main focus damage dealer, I want to give him the best gear fully invested in. And I wanted to suggest to you guys that you guys kind of focus on pretty high quality gear. So at least 5-star or 6-star gear, ideally, in some pretty good sets with some pretty good stats. So we're going to go over some of his gear here a little bit. Keep in mind, I've only been playing the game maybe like 8 or 9 days, 9-10 days, somewhere around there. So I don't have the best gear, right? But what I'm aiming for on my Obsidian or damage dealer is you want to attack, you want to go at a reasonable speed, you want crit rate, and you want crit damage. That's how you deal damage with your damage dealers. So here I got him with the Abyssal Assault set. It's actually a really nice set, 15% attack with 5 crit power. Very good. It's an upgraded attack set. It's not easy to get, so I don't have too many pieces of it, but here's a 5-star piece, and here's a 6-star piece. It's actually really good, and it actually came out pretty good when I was rolling it. I got double speed with the crit power boost here, so it's kind of nice. Too bad it doesn't have crit rate, but still a pretty good 6-star piece for me. Up next, we do have attack sets, so I loaded them up with attack sets. This one's not a bad piece. It has crit rate with 2 rolls in speed, so that he can go quick and cycle through his abilities. And then another attack set piece here with crit power and attack, flat attack. Unfortunately, you're looking for attack percentage, which would be better if you have it. And then another set that I utilize is the critical set, which gives you increased crit rate as well as crit power. So here it is actually a pretty decent piece here. We got double crit power hit with the attack as well. So not too bad of a piece here. And then our thrusters here, crit rate, speed, and crit power. But this is basically like the perfect stats you want. But of course, you want a higher rating on the piece of gear so that you can get higher percentage stats. But generally, this is what you want to aim for your damage dealer so that they can deal more damage. So like I said, crit rate would be very important. You want to get as close to 100% as you can. Like I said, obviously, since I'm still starting out, this is something that is a work in progress, of course. After that, attack and crit power, definitely beneficial so that you can deal more damage. So that's generally how you deal with building a damage dealer. So up next, we have my healer here. So this guy, Hermes, he's going to be healing people up. He has effects that basically heals based on his max HP. So I'm going to gear him up with high HP, or as high HP as I possibly can. The other thing to look out for is that you don't really want Hermes to go, or your healer to go super fast. Because, for example, if Hermes goes first in your whole squad, he's just healing you know, if he goes faster than the enemy, for example, he's just going to be healing for nothing because nobody's taking any damage. So you kind of want Hermes to like go at a medium or slower speed so that he heals after your squad takes a little bit of damage. He doesn't really need anything else, kind of just HP, because most of his abilities are based on his max HP. So I tried my best to give him HP gear. So here I got him with a speed set, so he has to go a little bit fast. He had a little bit of defense here, of course. And then I got him here with fortitude set, which just gives him max higher 15 max HP. Looking for HP percentage stats on his gear, of course. Again, keep in mind, pretty new player here, but this is kind of what I'm aiming for. So here again, looking for the HP rolls. We do have a little bit of speed here as well. Abyssal Safeguard is nice because it has the HP stats, so it's an upgraded fortitude set with 10 security. Security is not really necessary for him, but it's kind of nice to have. And then we have more fortitude set, a little bit of speed here. Unfortunately, no HP percentage roll. And then we got the speed set here, speed with some HP percentage. And then here, a little bit of speed as well. Ideally, you want HP percentage on everything so that you can really pump up his HP. But this is basically the best I can do with my limited gear. For a champion like Hermes that basically just benefits off of a high max HP, especially for his heals and repairs, you basically just focus on max HP on all your stats, and then you're good to go. So moving on to the next kind of type of character that we have a debuffer here, Jarl. So I got him pretty early, invested a little bit in him. Debuffs are really, really nice because they really support your squad in dealing a little bit more damage or kind of controlling the enemy a little bit. But here we have the corrosion effect, so we want to be able to land this properly. So you want to focus on hacking, the hacking stat. So having good hacking means that you can actually get in and land some of this beneficial debuffs. So for gear focus, you basically focus on hacking set, which is really, really, it's easy to get, easy to farm a little bit. So we got the hacking set here. You get plus 30 hacking for a 2-piece, which is pretty simple for to add. So you got here, we got speed. Speed is important for a debuffer too, because you're able to basically place it right away. And then the rest of your team can benefit kind of after your debuffs have landed. This doesn't like specifically apply to Yarrow, but basically for all debuffers, having them go before your damage dealers generally makes sense. Similar to like buff champions that apply buffs to your team, you want them to go before your damage dealers take a turn so that your damage dealers can benefit from what they're applying. So here, like I said, Jarl, we're going to go for speed. He has a little bit of attack, but basically you're just looking for hacking. So speed and hacking here on a hacking set. Pretty good, I think. And then you got more speed here. You got speed here as well, so you can go a little bit quick. You got speed here as well. You got this hacking set here. A little bit of HP, a little bit of defense for some survivability, but it's not super important. And then the hacking set here, again, not the greatest stats, to be honest, guys, but I'm trying to explain to you guys the philosophy with some of the gearing choices and what I'm actually going to be aiming for. It's not going to be easy, obviously, because I just started the game, but this is what I'm working with right now. Lastly, a quick note about just building general support characters. You kind of want to just build them with hit points, so health over defense, especially since health points basically absorb more damage than defense mitigates damage up to a certain point. So definitely focus a little bit more on just stacking the HP, even if the the ship is not anything to do with HP. So for example, here we have Shepherd, which is a defender. When you think of defender, you kind of think of defense, but for him, you just basically give him HP stats. So here he repairs 4% of his max HP. You see all his abilities will be based on his max HP. So you want his HP to be as high as possible. So for him at level 50, 14k is pretty reasonable. And that's mainly the focus I have that's on him. Just a bunch of fortitude sets to give him some extra HP. Obviously not the best pieces on him, but this is kind of what I can do so far. Having, you know, 4 champions or ships, that are built up, it's definitely taken quite a bit of gear. And I don't have the best gear or a lot of the super strong gear, and I put my strongest gear on my strongest ships. But it is what it is, just still starting out. But I think in general, this is going to be my general philosophy for how to deal with the gearing part of things. So you have the attacker, you have the healer, you have a support or defense champion, but basically you're still putting the same kind of stats on them. You put HP and HP, and then you have a debuffer, which really requires the hacking stat. So you make sure that they have hacking, you make sure they have decent speed so that they can go before the rest of your damage dealers, for example. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. It's a little bit of a simple, basic early game guide just to put your ships together in terms of what kind of gear you're looking for. I think this strategy is the most effective strategy in terms of just like stat allocation and efficiency with your gear. You're not going to have a lot of it, but you definitely want to focus your best gear and all your resources into your best gear for your best ships so that they can carry you through the content in the beginning. Anyways, guys, I want to thank Starborne Frontiers one more time for sponsoring the video. Really appreciate that. Of course, if you guys want to check out the game, make sure you guys check out the link in the description below, as well as the pinned comment below. So hopefully we'll see you guys in the game. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Appreciate your time as always, and I'll see you guys in the next one.